If you're over 60 and sex feels more like a memory than a reality. If your erections are weaker, your drive is fading, and you're starting to wonder, is this just who I am now? You're not alone. But here's the truth. No one's telling you. This isn't just aging. This is your body reacting to years of silent damage, from stress, blood flow loss, hormone decline, and yes, habits you thought were harmless. I've worked with thousands of men in your shoes, and the hardest part isn't the physical decline, it's the way it messes with your confidence, your identity, your connection with your partner. But it doesn't have to stay this way, because once you understand the real cause, and I mean the root cause, you can rebuild your strength, your intimacy, and that quiet fire you haven't felt in years. Let's break the silence. If you've ever felt frustrated with your erections during masturbation, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. No shame here. This is a space for men who've been ignored for too long, a place to speak openly, without judgment. And if you're ready for real, doctor-backed solutions to restore your energy, performance, and intimacy after 60, hit subscribe and tap the bell. Every week we dive into the truths most doctors won't tell you, so you can take back control without pills, shame, or giving up. Richard was 69, widower, retired engineer, lived alone, cooked his own meals, took long walks every morning. Independent to the core, but something had changed, something he didn't talk about. Not even to his closest friends. Masturbation used to be a private joy, a way to feel alive, to stay connected to that part of himself that still craved touch, release, and presence. But lately, it had become frustrating. His erections weren't firm. Sensation had dulled. Orgasms felt like they came and went without much feeling at all. Sometimes he'd try and just stop halfway through, thinking, what's the point? He assumed it was just old age. Nature's way of saying, that part of your life is over. But that's a lie so many men are sold, that your penis hits a retirement age and there's nothing you can do. I've seen this in thousands of men. I'm a men's health specialist with over 25 years of experience, and I can tell you this. The penis doesn't retire, it adapts, but only if you know how to adapt with it. Here's what was really happening with Richard. His blood vessels had narrowed, reducing blood flow. His dopamine response, that brain-to-penis signal of arousal, had weakened, and years of quick-fix masturbation had trained his body away from real sensitivity. He didn't need pills, he didn't need to accept it. What he needed was to understand the 3 silent mistakes most men over 60 make with self-pleasure, and how to reverse them. Once we corrected those, his erections strengthened, his sensitivity returned, and most importantly, his confidence came back. He stopped feeling invisible, started feeling like himself again. This isn't about fantasy, this is about biology, and it's fixable. There are 2 silent enemies stealing your pleasure, and most men don't even know they're under attack. The first is poor circulation. As you age, the tiny blood vessels that feed your penis begin to narrow. It's subtle at first. Erections that aren't quite as full, that fade too quickly, or that never reach that firm, pulsing strength you remember. This isn't just age. It's the result of decades of micro-damage from sitting too long, eating inflammatory foods, and not moving enough. Without strong blood flow, your penis can't do its job, no matter how much desire you have. The second enemy is overstimulation. This one's even sneakier. Over time, high-speed porn, rough techniques, and chasing quick release trains your brain and your body to need more just to feel enough. Your dopamine system gets desensitized, meaning the real thing can start to feel numb, dull, or even frustrating. It's not that you don't want it, it's that your body can't feel it the way it used to. And then there's the mental weight, shame. Most men were never taught how to talk about their sexuality, let alone ask for help. So when things start to go wrong, you keep quiet. You blame yourself. You hide it from your partner. You silently adjust to less and less pleasure, telling yourself, this is just what happens. But every year you ignore it. The problem gets worse. Sensitivity fades. Confidence erodes. And you begin to disconnect from your own body and from intimacy itself. You deserve better than that. The first thing I had Richard do was move more blood to his pelvis, every single day. Not by running marathons or lifting heavy weights, but with targeted exercises that open up blood vessels and flush fresh, oxygen-rich blood into the penis. Think of it like irrigation. The more water you send through the pipes, the cleaner and stronger they get. This isn't just about erections. When you restore pelvic blood flow, you're also restoring sensation, the very thing that makes pleasure feel like pleasure. Next, we cleaned up his diet. Certain foods, like leafy greens, berries, and healthy fats, actually help your blood vessels widen and heal. Others, like processed sugars and trans fats, do the exact opposite. Every bite you take is either feeding your erections or starving them. Most men think diet only matters for your heart or waistline, but your penis is basically the early warning system for your entire vascular health. If it's struggling, your heart and brain might not be far behind. The third step was retraining his brain. Richard had been using the same rushed mechanical self-pleasure habits for decades. I had him slow everything down, use more touch, more breath, more presence, rewiring his dopamine system to feel more with less. It's like tuning a radio. At first, all you hear is static, but with patience, the signal gets stronger, clearer, and suddenly, the music is back. Within 3 weeks, he started noticing stronger morning erections. By 6 weeks, his orgasms felt richer, fuller, and more satisfying, and by 3 months he told me, "I feel like I got 10 years back." This is what most men don't realize. The body is constantly rebuilding itself. Your blood vessels, your nerve pathways, your hormonal balance, they can all improve at any age if you give them the right conditions. Blood flow is like water. Keep it moving, keep it clean, and it nourishes everything it touches. Let it stagnate and things start to decay. So if you're over 60 and feeling like your best days are behind you, I'm here to tell you, they're not. You just need to address the two silent enemies, poor circulation and overstimulation, and rebuild from the inside out. Blood flow is like water. Keep it moving, keep it clean, and when you do, something incredible happens. Not just in the bedroom, but in how you carry yourself, how you connect with others, and how you see yourself. Nourishes everything it touches, let it stagnate, and things start to decay. Because when a man feels strong, alive, and connected to his body, he becomes magnetic. Not because of how he looks, but because of the quiet confidence that comes from knowing he's still got it. And it all starts here, with circulation, sensation, and the courage to take action. If you're ready to learn the full 3-step plan I gave Richard and thousands of other men, click the link in the pinned comment, watch the free presentation, and start rebuilding today. Because the truth is, it's not too late. You just need the right map.